10 for the Owls, who trail by 2 points. Decent crowd on hand tonight. Stadium starting to fill up.
Yep. Pre-game, there wasn't really that many people here.
Spain going to hand it off, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter. So last week, these two teams put up some offense, but tonight, just a lone safety has our score 2-0 Hurricanes after 1. You're watching ICRC-TV, varsity football.
Where's your emergency?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Back at Mount Healthy High School, second quarter about to get underway. Wilmington leading the Owls 2-0 on the first quarter safety. Owls will go to work right to left. Jameer Spain throws it into the Wilmington bench, trying to connect with Ace Cooper. We talked about him in the pregame, had 3 touchdowns last week. And at this point, like I said, just not to keep pounding this stat in the dirt, but I mean right now both offenses are struggling.
They are, and that right there, just a miscommunication there between Spain and Cooper. Cooper was overthrown, and see if they can work it out and figure something out to get him involved heavily against Wilmington.
Going to bring up third down for third down for Mount Healthy. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Spain fires over the middle and catch is made. And he's still on his feet down the sideline, and he's finally shoved out of bounds. So Jameer Spain hooking up with Larry Fannin, and Fannin takes it into Wilmington territory for the first time tonight. I believe the Owls are in Wilmington territory.
Larry Fannin last week, as you see here, great catch, able to break a tackle there and stay on his feet. Finally brought out of bounds by Wilmington. Larry Fannin last week, 5 receptions, 102 yards. He averaged 20.4, and he had 1 touchdown last week against Ross High School.
First and 10 for the Owls. Line of scrimmage is the 43, and they're going to go on the ground again. Late flag flies in. Natasha Crichton is the intended target, but that will be negated by a penalty. You want to talk about some history. Of course, we talked about this off air, but this is third game of the season. Wilmington defeated Northwest week 1, 30-0. And now tonight they play Mount Healthy. And Wilmington used to be in the Southwest Ohio Conference. They left the conference back in 2013. They were only in it for a very short time. Little Miami was also in that conference as well. And now there's just 4 teams remain in the SWAC. Mount Healthy, Harrison, Talawanda.
That brings me a question. How long do you think the SWAC will still remain a conference? 4 teams left. The 4 teams are going to look to go somewhere else, right?
Possibly, or they could just – I don't think anyone's going to be joining their conference anytime soon, so I think the you know, my thought process is that more likely they're either going to stay in this conference or they're going to join another one. Spain, all kinds of time, pocket collapses, fires, catches made by Larry Fannin, and Fannin has to be wrestled to the ground literally by Faden Maurer of Wilmington, but Mount Healthy is able to pick up another first down. Just about 2 minutes elapsed here in our second quarter.
I mean, this looks like a wrestling move. I mean, he literally picks him up and bites him.
Take a look at Jordan Stevens to the right of your screen, helping up his player.
But yes, as Kyle said, able to pick up the first down. Mount Healthy's they're threatening.
Spain gets hit hard, throws it up in the air, intercepted. Wilmington picks off Jameer Spain. He was hit hard at the end of that play, and Bryson Shutty. My apologies, but Bryson's able to get the interception the second time.
Oh yeah, he was hit hard. And then just at the right place, right time, able to pick that ball off and get down to the ground and keep the ball.
So at this point, this game's scoreless minus the safety, but credit the defense as the Wilmington marching band liking what they see. Of course, it's always fun in high school sports when you get to make the trip to the other team's field, bring the pep band, bring the energy. It's even more fun when you win.
Exactly.
Because the bus ride home isn't quiet.
It's not a quiet ride. You got music playing, and people might be sleeping. And some people might be asleep, but I'd be dancing, not dancing, but singing along.
First and 10 for Wilmington. Kyle Evans and Logan Dyer from the Owl's Nest. Penalty flag flies from the side judge over the 10-yard line.
Did I miss a flag on the last play?
Bring up first down.
It goes against the Hurricanes.
Wilmington in the white uniforms, orange numbers. Their helmets say Canes. Now Healthy in the red uniforms with the owls on the helmet, the wings of an owl. Pretty cool uniforms.
I had Canes for dinner.
Different kind of Canes, partner.
Exactly.
Second down, and Wilmington's able to break a tackle and can't avoid another one. Ty Watkins had to chase down Bryson Schutte. Might have got away with a horse collar tackle.
I think that's what they called. I'm waiting to see.
Great look from our camera crew. We'll recognize our entire crew in the early stages of quarter number 3.
No. So the previous plays being reviewed.
So we have an illegal formation called on Wilmington after the play. Sideline warning on Mount Healthy. That's their second sideline warning. And now the Hurricanes are going to burn a timeout. So Wilmington will take their first timeout. Logan and I are back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Back at Mount Healthy High School. 9:38 left to play in our second quarter, week number 3. We are at the Owl's Nest. Of course, if this game isn't intriguing enough to you, you can check out our other game as ICRC is just down the road at North College Hill High School. Literally off the same exit. North College Hill is taking on Cincinnati Country Day. So 2 good matchups tonight here on ICRC-TV. Glad you are locked into Wilmington, Mount Healthy. 9:20 left to play in our first half. And just a safety is all we have to show for it at this point by the Wilmington defense. But you know what? The way Wilmington's been playing, and I'm not trying to talk about the Wilmington defense. Mount Healthy's played just as well, but Wilmington deserves to have this 2-0 lead.
Exactly. You know, able to.
Another penalty flag flies, as I believe that was LaDon Smith for Mount Healthy. He shoved one of the Wilmington players after the play was over. So we're going to get a personal foul face mask called on Mount Healthy. And that'll be 15 free yards for Wilmington. Next week, Wilmington will welcome Ross. And then week 5, they will take on Chillicothe. Both those games at Alumni Field on the campus of Wilmington High School. First and 10. And Wilmington getting some short yardage. That was number 4, Jesse Keith. Getting, we'll say 6. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Clock continues to roll. Under 8 minutes left to play in a very fast moving first half.
Very fast, and we don't have a running clock.
2nd and 6, so we got 4. Stevens has 2 receivers in the backfield, 1 receiver to either side. He's going to hand it off to Jesse Keith, and Jesse Keith gets wrapped up as he tried to run right up through the line of scrimmage, and he ran into Dante Little, 5'10", 190-pound junior. It'll bring up 3rd down. Huge stop right here as they try to push the pile forward. Nothing doing. Actually, they're trying to move the chains. And the officials are going to say that he got the first down.
As we see it again.
I don't know if he got there, to be honest, Logan.
No, I don't think so.
They're going to try to push it again. So did they initially not give him the first down? Because they just ran that same play as if it was 4th down and 1.
They gave him the first down. They moved the chains. So I don't know why I don't know why Wilmington decided to run that play again the same exact way.
So
unless they're just trying to move the ball inches by inches, but I wouldn't do that.
Anyways, they pick up 2. It's 2nd down and 8 as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. Jake Stevens throwing to the middle of the field, and the catch is made. So Jake Stevens hooking up with number 13, I believe, which is Rodney Goins.
As you get another look at it here, finding somebody right there in the middle. And that is actually number 13. You're right. Good job.
So Wilmington moves the chains, first down and 10. Ball at the Mount Healthy 47-yard line. Back to the ground game they go. Joshua Puller. And Puller runs right into the Mount Healthy defense. Puller has 1 touchdown on the season for Wilmington. Bryce Schutte has 1. Jesse Keith also has 1 touchdown. But last year, Mike Brown Jr. was named the Defensive Player of the Year for Wilmington. So credit the Hurricanes defensively as we are past the halfway point, second quarter. And the pass is connected, hooking up with Zane Smith. And tackled on the play by Nashawn Crittenden.
Nashawn Crittenden. I was working on that name earlier, actually.
Going to bring up third down and 4.
Stevens was able to find an open man there.
See if Wilmington can get a stop, get this Hurricanes offense off the field. Mount Healthy's defense has been out there way too long. Jake Stevens throws the pass, and they're going to be mark it very short. Pade Maurer caught the ball, and the officials will give him a first down. Take a look. Line to gain was the 40-38.
I don't know. The marker was kind of in the middle. From the view of the replay, it looked like the marker was in the middle.
Joshua Puller going nowhere. Wrapped up.
Backwards, actually.
By Rashid Cotton, a senior on this Mount Healthy team.
As we take a look at that previous play there. Just got swallowed up, not able to go anywhere. Tried to break the tackle.
I think if you're Mount Healthy at this point, I think still got 3 minutes until halftime, but I think you're pleased going into the locker room, only trailing by 2. I don't know if we've ever done a game where it was this low scoring. Over the middle and connecting with his wide receiver, Jake Stevens, hooking up with Michael Streetley. And they get to celebrate another Wilmington Hurricanes first down as this drive continues for Wilmington.
You know, Mount Healthy's defense, I didn't expect Wilmington's offense to come out and play like they are right now. Figured Mount Healthy would be up, 21-0 right now.
So the clock continues to wind.
Stevens has put on a clinic.
Owls just looking for that stop. I mean, they've got there, time after time, getting it to third down and just trying to lock down defensively and get that extra play. Puller right up the middle. Nothing doing. And he gets thrown to the ground. Bryson Schudel. Clock continues to wind. Hurricanes got the football to begin play, so Mount Healthy gets the football to start the second half. Second and 10.
Looks to the right.
Zane Smith beats a defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Wilmington. So Zane Smith punches it into the end zone.
As you look here, able to find his man to the right and just able to, Zane Smith was able to avoid all the tackles and get into the end zone for the Hurricanes.
So Wilmington finds the end zone first. And I believe they're going to bring their offense out on the field, try to go for 2, make this a 10-0 game. So they bring the offense out on the field for the 2-point conversion. And whistles immediately blow. Hurricanes are going to take their second timeout. So Ryan Evans didn't like something that he saw. They'll talk things over. So both teams will get to take a breather as you take a look at the
That's the Mount Healthy student section.
Actually, that's the Wilmington student section. My apologies.
Oh. Whoops.
2:03 left to play is Jordan Stevens.
Wilmington able to find the end zone first. Again, something I had envisioned the other way. I had Mount Healthy find the end zone first. So definitely a true testament there that the Wilmington offense can put some good, decent drives together like they did on this one, and see what they elect to do here. Whether they will kick the extra point or go for 2.
Going to bring the offense back out on the field. So Jake Stevens and company.
They're up by a score. They're up by 1 score and a 2-point conversion, essentially.
Trying to make it a 10-0 Wilmington lead. Stevens fires to the end zone. Caught. 2-point conversion good as he connects with Joshua Puller, and it's 10-0 Hurricanes late in quarter number 3. So Wilmington out to a 10-0 advantage, 2:03 left to play. See what Mount Healthy can put together. Still got 2 minutes left. So we'll see what the Owls draw up.
You know, last week against Ross, they got everybody involved. Ace Cooper, Larry Fandon, Jeremiah Sanders, Nashawn Crittenden, Jameer Scott, and Manti Mathis all got involved in the receiving corps. Nashawn Crittenden was the lead back, 5 attempts rushing 100 yards. He averaged 20 yards per run. And Karis Davis was the other back, 5 attempts, 22 yards, 4.4 average, but he got the lone rushing touchdown last week at Ross. As the Hurricanes get ready to kick it away. Kyle, did you get to watch a little bit of last night's game?
I did.
Do you like the new football? Do you like the new kicking rule?
I do not. This one's going to go out of bounds. Starting to get new kicking rules starting to remind me of some of the kickoff rules they play in the CFL. Wrap your head around the CFL, and we can be friends, man. Because that league, you got the goalpost in the CFL is at the front of the end zone, so you can basically use the goalpost. You've never watched the CFL game?
No.
You have to Google one when you go home tonight. But yeah, the goalpost is in the front of the end zone. The end zone is like 20 yards deep, if not 10, something like that. CFL's got some different rules.
Interesting.
So the Mount Healthy offense back out there, and we'll see what they can do. Still got 2 minutes left. You got all your timeouts. You also get the ball to start the second half, so see what the Owls can do. And to be honest, they've got the offense clicking. They just kind of need to get in the groove, right?
Yeah, they just got to keep the ball away from Wilmington if so, because, you know, they got all the way down to the red zone, and then Spain got hit real hard, and that affected his throw, and thus had the interception.
Spain firing down the field and incomplete. Trying to connect with Jeremiah Sanders. 2nd and 10 upcoming, 1:57 left until the half.
Sanders last week, 4 receptions, 60 yards, 15 average on the yard. He had 1 touchdown last week, so able to. He was looking to hook up with him, but couldn't get it taken care of there. That football was chucked. Excuse me. That football was chucked all the way to the other side of the field.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line. Spain drops back, fires, has his man open, tries to avoid a tackle, and gets a good amount of yards. That was
Nashawn
Critton, and Mount Healthy will elect to burn their first time out. Nice tackle by Bryson Schudel.
Big stop here for Wilmington, 3rd and 4 if they can stop Mount Healthy. I still think Mount Healthy would go for it on 4th down. Last week they were go back to my notes here. Last week they were 3 for 4 on 4th downs. They were 5 for 9 on 3rd downs. So wouldn't be surprised if Mount Healthy went for it on 4th.
Third and 4 for Mount Healthy. 1:45 left to play, first half. Owls got 2 timeouts remaining. Wilmington has 1.
Good work, Kyle.
Wilmington, by the way, was 5-0 on the road last season. 1-0 this year after beating Northwest.
Looking to go 2-0.
Spain heaves it all the way downfield and making the catch. Oh, incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Ace Cooper. Defended perfectly by Eli Stewart. 4th down.
Yeah, he was able to, he had the distance, and Ace Cooper was there, just a little bit too much on the pass and just fell short.
So Mount Healthy going to keep the offense on the field.
3 for 4 on 4th downs last week against Ross.
And Wilmington jumped. So we're going to get a flag on the Hurricanes that's going to give Mount Healthy the first down with the clock stopped. 1:37 left to play. Actually, I think he lined up offside, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think he did.
Malachi Cumberland is the culprit, so it's 1st and 10 for the Owls.
New set of downs.
Ball's at the 49-yard line. 1:37 to play until halftime. Another flag flies, and we're going to get a false start on Mount Healthy. So after they get the 5 free yards, they'll back them up. It'll be 1st down and 15. Still less than 90 seconds left to play. They blew that one dead immediately. So spot the ball at the 44-yard line of Mount Healthy. Owls trying to get into Hurricanes territory for, I believe, only the 2nd time tonight. Everyone gets set.
Would be the 2nd time, yes.
Spain going to heave it over the middle. Catch is made. Ace Cooper has it. Ace Cooper still on his feet, and Ace Cooper has another first down. Shoved out of bounds defensively by Michael Streetley. But first down for the Owls, 1:27 on the clock, 2 timeouts to play with.
And that's why Ace Cooper was our player to watch for the Owls. Able to make plays and make yards after catch. That's big in football, especially the NFL.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. From the 41, excuse me. Spain fires over the middle. Catch is made. Nice catch by Jeremiah Sanders. And Jordan Stevens is going to burn his 2nd timeout. That's a good timeout for Mount Healthy. as they are deep into Wilmington territory. So both teams have one timeout remaining. Reds and Mets are tied at 2. Ellie De La Cruz just hit a 2-run home run.
I see that. He's on my fantasy team.
You would play fantasy baseball.
I am knocked out of the playoffs.
I got to be completely honest with you, partner. Baseball is not one of my favorite sports.
I got knocked out of the playoffs. But I'm also playing fantasy football.
Baseball's one of those sports, I think, to be honest, I think you got to be there. But I also don't have Bally Sports Ohio, so I can't watch the Reds games. So I just listen to Tommy and the Cowboy. I like listening to them.
Yeah, and being as I work for the Reds, I can't bet on baseball, so
I love listening to Marty.
I save all my money for football season to bet.
I love listening to Marty Brenneman. 1st and 10 after the timeout. 1:20 left to play in the first half. Owls trying to get on the scoreboard. Spain rolling out to the right. Spain's going to throw it. Ball gets knocked away and picked up by Wilmington. Let's see if his arm.
The arm. We're going to get another look at it. See if his arm is not moving forward. So the ruling on the field's a fumble and a recovery by the Hurricanes. With 1:10 to go, Hurricanes can really put Mount Healthy in a bad spot here headed into halftime if they can get down the field.
Keep in mind, last year when these two teams met, Mount Healthy won 22-7. Hurricanes going backwards. You got to credit Mount Healthy's defense. They've really done a good job in this first half. I mean, this could easily be just a 7-0 game, to be honest. Logan.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, without the safety, it's 7-0. We're going to take another look at that previous play there. We want to see if his arm was forward. No, his
arm's going. It's close.
His arm was close, but it was the ball was not leaving his hand. Therefore, that was not an incomplete pass.
I think he was in the motion. He was getting into the motion to throw the ball,
but not in a forward motion.
Final 24 seconds, first half. Throws it down the sideline, incomplete. There's a penalty flag at the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, Wilmington does have one timeout in their back pocket. Charles Turnig could be the culprit for the dirty laundry. We're going to get a hold called on Mount Healthy.
First down.
So the officials are talking with Ryan Evans, seeing what. Not sure what they're talking to them about because they're obviously accepting the yardage. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. 19 seconds left to play in our first half with Wilmington on top by 10.
Weird first half here, Kyle. We have had little to zero offense, a lot of good defense, and a fumble that could have went both ways.
And spinning out of bounds is number 3 for the Hurricanes. That's Stephen Rickman. Clock stops with 10.7 left to play. See how confident Wilmington feels in their kicking game. Because I think with about 10 seconds left, I think you have probably just one more play to get in field goal range and burn that last time out.
Yeah, you have one. You have about one chance.
Jake Stevens throws, catch made, and did he get out of bounds? He
No.
did not. Clock continues to wind, and Wilmington will burn their third and final timeout and are looking at about at least a 35-yard field goal. So we'll
maybe
see.
40, maybe 40 or 42.
Ball spotted at the
26.
27-yard line. So 27.
Sorry, 27.
37. So about a 41-yard field goal, Logan.
You know,
how you feeling about your kicking game?
I would try it. I would give it a shot. Hey, points is better than no points, right?
Exactly, right?
To go up 13-0 in half, before half, but it looks like they're gonna
keep the offense on the field.
Yep.
So Jake Stevens and company come back out. Hurricanes are going to try for a Hail Mary before halftime, leading by 10. Stevens takes the shotgun snap. Another flag. Offside on Wilmington. So we'll get one more play. The clock has reached 0, but we should get one more play because the half can't end on a penalty, correct?
That I'm not sure of.
I'm pretty sure the half can't end on a penalty because of the flag. So they'll give them one more play. Clock is at 0. So they do put 2 seconds back on the clock. And now Wilmington's just going to take a knee. And that'll take us to halftime. A lot of defense. Started with a safety. And Wilmington tacks on a touchdown. Halftime at the Owl's Nest. Wilmington 10, Mount Healthy nothing. Logan and I are back to check out some scores from around the tri-state. You're watching ICRC-TV.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Where's your emergency?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Where's your emergency?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Where's your emergency?
felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Where's your emergency?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is Unit 1 crew from Wilmington Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
What are you doing in there? What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I spend with them, it doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try to teach them. When they learn something new and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you. Get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Baby, you see, you're so right for me, and I am right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A freeze-on mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the tent. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway. I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway. I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway. I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Back at Mount Healthy High School, getting ready to start the second half. It's 10-0 Wilmington on top of the Mount Healthy Owls. Gorgeous night here in Cincinnati, 69 degrees, 84% humidity, and some light wind out of the north-northwest. I feel like a meteorologist.
Yeah.
By the way, that was a gorgeous shot from our handheld camera. We're going to give you some scores from around the tri-state. Late stages in the second quarter, West Claremont leading Lebanon 7-0. Halftime, Winton Woods, who is now a Division I school. They used to be Division II. They are now Division I. They are leading Milford 15-0. Halftime in Williamsburg, it's 13-0 over Marymount. Mason on top of Oak Hills, 13-0 at the break. Down the road from us, Harrison 28, Indian Hill 13 at the half. Down the road from us, literally, it is Cincinnati Country Day 28, North College Hill 20. Princeton on top of Lakota West, 7-0. That game in the second quarter. Fairfield is cruising over Sycamore 28-6. And in the second quarter, it's Kings on top of Loveland 14-6. Well, we expected a different ball game here, Logan. It's 10-0 Wilmington on top. Both teams' defenses came out very aggressive. And I don't think we talked about this enough, but if you're Mount Healthy, just a few penalties and turnovers. But here in the second half, you get that one drive, you get some momentum back in, on the side of things. What's your take of the first 24 minutes?
First 24 minutes, like you said, first a couple turnovers. That one drive where Spain was hit and altered his throw, of course, and was intercepted by Wilmington. If that hadn't happened, I think we'd have a different ball game right now. But I will say this: for Mount Healthy, they do get the ball to start the second half, so they'll probably look to come out a little strong and see if they can get their offense back into the Hurricanes territory and eventually find the red zone.
So Mount Healthy waiting to receive the second half kickoff. The Owls are in the red uniforms with the white pants. Wilmington in the white uniforms with the black and gold helmets as we dip into the real meaning of Friday Night Lights. It could not have asked for a more gorgeous night. There were some games around the tri-state that elected to kick off later due to weather. It did not rain here, knock on wood. Dylan Groves set to kick it away, and half number 2 is underway, fielded by Mount Healthy at the 20-yard line. Trying to turn the edge. He avoids one tackler and spins out across the 40. Guess who? Ace Cooper. We talked about him in the pregame, so he has a nice kickoff return, and we will see the Owls go to work on offense for the first time here in the second half. We mentioned it back in the first half. Wilmington 5-0 on the road last season. They're 1-0 this year. They come into tonight tied for 12th place in the Joe Idle standings. If you don't know what that is, it's basically each conference kind of broken down into the teams that play in that region. Top 16 teams make the playoffs. It used to just be 8. Jameer Spain and the Owls will go to work, and they air it out. Guess who? Ace Cooper spinning down that sideline. And I think we talked about him in pregame, but he needs to get hot here in the second half.
He does. He needs to get hot, and it's plays like that. It's the yards after catch you're going to see right here. Spain outlet over to the left, able to find Cooper, and those yards after catch are crucial, and especially at any level football-wise.
Line of scrimmage is the 45. Spain fires it over. Jameer Scott, he's down the sideline. Jameer Scott, he's going to try to take it. Ooh, so close. He's going to get shoved out of bounds by Wilmington's Bryce Schudel, and it's going to set up first and goal Mount Healthy. So 40 seconds into the third quarter, the Mount Healthy Owls get the opening kickoff, and they take it all the way down, and they're right on the cusp of the red zone.
That's exactly what they needed. They needed a huge play like that. Come out, second half, start off right. They're going to be right back in this game here shortly.
First and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Second time in the red zone tonight.
Back to the ground game, and Wilmington right on top of it as Mount Healthy runs right up the middle.
Now remember what happened last time that the Owls were in the red zone. Spain got hit hard and the throw was altered and intercepted by Wilmington.
Second and 10. Play clock at 20. Hurricanes trying to get set. Jameer Spain gets the call from the sideline. Of course, now in college, the quarterback has an earpiece in his headset, so it's just high school where you get the calls from the sideline. Spain firing to the back of the end zone, incomplete. Trying to hook up with Jameer Scott. Good coverage on the play by Wilmington. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Gonna bring up third goal. Third down and third and about 5. Sorry.
Faden Maurer was able to defend that last play to a T. 10:31 left to play in our third quarter. Glad you've tuned in here on ICRC-TV. Kyle Evans and Logan Dyer. Week number 3 of the OHSA regular season. Spain fakes the handoff, fires, and caught for the touchdown! Number 2, Jeremiah Sanders puts Mount Healthy on the board.
Excellent play there by Spain, able to get Sanders involved, able to find him right there in the end zone, and he's able to track it down. Almost overthrew him, but he was able to get there and tacks on 6 for Mount Healthy, pending extra point, of course.
He used all 6'4" of his height. Extra point is on the way, and it is no good. So the extra point falls up short by Braden Johnson, the 6'1" junior, and it's a 10-6 ball game with 10:25 left to play here in our third quarter.
For those of us now just joining, to recap our scoring, we started off with a safety, Wilmington safety, able to get, made it 2-0. Wilmington was able to score in the first half and pick up a first 2-point conversion and made it 10-0. And then Mount Healthy just now scores and misses the extra point. Another look here at the touchdown coming up. Able to find Sanders.
Like I said, he's using all 6'4"
of
his height to get that one.
Exactly.
So Mount Healthy comes out of the locker room with energy and efficiency. They march all the way down the field. So the Owls punch it into the end zone, make it a 10-6 ball game, 10:25 left to play in our third quarter. A little bit more life and energy down on that Mount Healthy sideline.
Now, if you're Wilmington, you're coming out with the same exact energy. You want to keep your foot on the pedal on the offense, just like Mount Healthy did.
Jameer Scott kicks it away, taken at the 20, and Wilmington will run it back. And Wilmington will start at the 30-yard line. So a good kickoff return by Faden Maurer. We'll set up 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes members of the Southern Buckeye Athletic Academic Conference. Mount Healthy, of course, members of the Southwestern Ohio Conference. There's 4 teams in the SWAC. You have Mount Healthy, Talawanda, and I'm blanking on the other 2 teams.
I'm sorry. Talawanda,
Mount Healthy,
Harrison,
and Northwest.
You're right.
The Knights. 1st and 10.
Oh, he got swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Nice tackle. Coming in to make that tackle was Tyshawn Spain.
Another look at it. This is another. Whoop, there we go. Swallowed up right there in the backfield, actually. Not even at the line of scrimmage, but in the backfield. So a loss of yardage there.
Joshua Puller on the run. Going to bring up 2nd and 15. Just under 10 minutes left to play in our third quarter. Jake Stevens fires over the middle and incomplete and nearly picked off by Monty Mathis of Mount Healthy. He was right there. He's shaken up after the play. We'll take a look at it one time.
Almost had that catch, and looks like he collides with another.
Actually, Charles Turnig is shaken up. He is to his feet. He will trot off, get checked by the medical staff. Of course, every potential injury at the high school level is taken to extreme measures, so he'll get checked out. 3rd down and 15 for Wilmington. Jake Stevens fires and passes batted away. Jameer Scott able to get his hands on it, and Wilmington will be forced to punt. 9:30 left to play here in our 3rd quarter. So Mount Healthy flipping the table here to start quarter number 3. Jeremiah Sanders back deep for the Owls at midfield. Low snap and a end-over-end spiral punt that will be down at the 50-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. That's where Jordan Stevens' squad will go to work for the 2nd time tonight.
So if you're Wilmington here, you got to force a turnover. You got to either force a turnover or 3 and out real quick. Spain is locked in though after that first drive in the 2nd quarter, in the 3rd quarter rather, 2nd half.
Spain fakes the handoff, fires out to the right to his wide receiver, and he's evaded tackle. He's on his feet. He's going to take it to the house. Jeremiah Sanders gives Mount Healthy the lead in the early stages of quarter number 3. Touchdown, Owls.
It's a nice graphic there by our great producer, Will Matthews. As you see here, Spain outlet pass to the left, able to avoid some tackles, and in. That's Jeremiah Sanders for the touchdown, for 6.
Is that his 2nd touchdown of the 2nd half?
That is his 2nd touchdown of the 2nd half. Pending extra point.
Braden Johnson drills it, and that's good. And it's 13-10, Mount Healthy. 9:10 left to play in the 3rd quarter. The first half, how 2 halves of football can make a difference. Now we flip the page to the Wilmington sideline. What's Ryan Evans telling his squad over there? You're only trailing by 3 points, but what's he telling them after Mount Healthy's kind of come out and punched them in the mouth here in the 3rd quarter?
Got to lock in on this next drive, and you've got to get the ball downfield, at least get it into range for a field goal. But you want to take 6 on this. You want to take 6 every time, but you get it in range for a field goal, and you're tied up here at in the 3rd quarter. So I look for gotta look for a little bit of ground, a little bit of air, a little combination there.
It's a big game, week 3. I mean, I know the season's extremely early, but you obviously would want to go into week 4 next week at 2-1 rather than 1-2. Of course, your odds of making the postseason probably enhanced a little better by going 2-1 instead of 1-2, but that's why you play all 10 games.
Speaking of week 4.
So now Healthy will get set to kick it away. Jameer Scott boots it. Next week, we're going to be at Marymount, Indian Hill at Marymount for our first ICRC kickoff report show. We'll talk a little more about that as Wilmington is unable to make it to the 15-yard line. So next week, Indian Hill, Marymount, the first CHL conference showdown of the year, and Logan and I are going to be doing a pregame show from 5:45 to 6:15. So join us then. We'll have the Marymount Athletic Director Tom Nurl on, and we might do some trivia. Might see how
I think we might do some trivia.
See how you two do against the trivia, and I'll throw the questions at you.
Of course. And then
we're
going to have
some pick'ems.
We're going to have some pick'ems, and we'll cap it off with a halftime show. We won't be announcing said game, but we'll cap it off with a halftime show, a little small one, and then we're back the following week as well. So back-to-back high school report weeks.
Wilmington's going to go to Joshua Puller. Joshua Puller really having to earn those yards as he was wrestled to the ground by Darren Stewart.
The story of the first half for the Hurricanes was picking up those first downs, moving those changes. What they just did there, picking up the first down and moving the chains.
So it's 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage is the 24-yard line. Stevens in the pistol. Now Healthy bringing the pressure. Joshua Puller, nowhere to go as he's wrapped up in the backfield, taken down by Donald Robinson II. So Mount Healthy is really pushing the pedal on the defensive side of the ball right now.
Looking at that, the O-line just collapsed. And the O-line's got to step it up if you're Wilmington. The O-line's got to step up and provide a little bit of protection. They were able to get to Stevens real quick.
Play clock's down to 10 for the visiting Hurricanes. Here comes the pressure. And nothing happening as he spins away from a few tackles. And he wrestles 3 Mount Healthy Owls into the bench. A late flag's going to come out.
It's going to be.
This is going to be on.
It's going to be a personal foul
on Mount Healthy. So give them 15 free yards
and the first down.
I mean, he took him out of bounds all the way to the track.
Yeah, to the track.
Literally. Take a look at the replay. I mean, whistle has probably blown at this point. He's out of bounds, and then he goes down, maybe just short of the track, but still. So, an important sportsmanlike conduct on Mount Healthy, which cost them points in the first half as well as turnovers. Jordan Stevens, he doesn't like what he sees. Interesting reading some articles about him kind of taking over this program, talking about what he was going to bring. Of course, we said in the open he's a defensive-minded guy. He was the defensive coordinator at Reading for 5 years before coming to Mount Healthy. And Mount Healthy, they lost their coach, R.V. Crouch. He was a pretty good coach. Coached here for quite a long time. He went to Hamilton, so he jumps from the SWAC to the GMC, trying to turn that Hamilton Big Blue program around. Mentioned off air that they won last week, won their first game of the regular season. They beat Baden 15-0. 1st and 10, 1st and 15. Schmitz down the sideline, and he has to be bear tackled from behind. That was Malachi Smith, who literally had to chase him down, Logan.
Yeah, look at this. He's just able to find a hole. And he's able to find a through, and then he has to be brought down, bear tackled.
First and 10 for the Hurricanes. Line of scrimmage is the 39. And we're going to get a false start on Wilmington.
To preference, before that previous play, there was a false start flag called for Wilmington. That's why we got the whole 1st and 15. But
the center moved that time.
But another false start for Wilmington. Another 1st and 15, followed up with another huge run play, and Wilmington's right back in it.
About 5 minutes gone by here in the third quarter from the Owls' nest. Kyle Evans alongside Logan Dyer having some fun here in week 3. Jake Stevens trying to connect with Peyton Maurer. He couldn't. Good coverage on the play by Deshaun Critton.
Another look at it here.
This is just great defense. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Wilmington just into Mount Healthy territory as we come up on the midway point of quarter number 3. Kane's looking to respond. Stevens rolls out to the right. The ball comes out. We'll see who's got it. Mount Healthy signaling they have it, and they do. So Deshaun Spain comes up with the loose football.
Another look at it here. Pocket collapses. Just able to knock it out. That's number 55. Zane Battle Holmes able to knock it out of the quarterback's hand and recovered by the Owls, and that is how you turn it around.
So Mount Healthy will take over. Owls have really, I said this before, but they have upped their intensity from the defensive side of things. Not that they weren't playing good defense in the first half, but they've really upped it here in the second. So the Owls take over. 6:43 left.
They've also upped their offense as well.
Jordan Spain, or Jameer Scott, excuse me, tight-roping his way down that Mount Healthy sideline. It's a 3-point lead. As you see the little out route pass and then got tripped up. Owls are 0-1 at home this year, looking for their first win at the Nest. They were 4-3 last year. That included that playoff loss to Chaminade Julienne, in which ICRC did cover that playoff game. Bill Bretz called that game. Bill Bretz is like an ICRC legend.
I'd have to meet Bill one of these days.
Calls games by himself. He's calling the Cincinnati Country Day North College Hill game tonight. Second and 10. Owls a little screen pass, and Jameer Scott makes the catch, but he was on the turf, and in high school, you were considered down. Can't get up and run like you can in the NFL. By the way, I haven't seen on Sunday what the over-under is on the Bengals game, or what any score predictions.
Well, give me a minute, I'll tell you the over-under.
Second down and 10 for Mount Healthy, trying to get to the 30-yard line of Wilmington. Fast-moving third quarter. Spain rolling out to his right and taken down in the backfield. Spain had nowhere to go, and he gets wrapped up defensively. He gets wrapped up defensively by Bryant Conley. Take a look at the replay.
Trying to find a man down deep, and just gets wrapped up. Tackle for a sack. Loss of yardage there.
Gonna bring up third down and 13.
Wilmington needs a stop right here. They need a stop.
4 minutes left to play in the third. Spain drops back, all kinds of time. Here comes the pressure. Spain fires over the middle. Catch is bobbled and incomplete. Trying to hook up with Jameer Scott. So Spain to Scott. Incomplete. And the Mount Healthy Owls going to bring on the punt unit.
Good coverage there by the Hurricanes, able to cover up Scott there. So they bring up fourth down, and like Kyle was saying, bringing out the punt team. By the way, small mid-score update. It's now 4-4 Cincinnati, and the Mets are now tied. TJ Friedel, homer to right. Spencer Steer scored.
Eli Stewart was back deep. And Mount Healthy had some miscommunication.
It looks like
so the Owls are going to burn their first time out. And we'll take a break. Back to Mount Healthy after this.
911, where's your emergency?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Back at Mount Healthy High School after the timeout. Owls will get set to punt. Eli Stewart back deep for Wilmington. This ball will sail out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And we'll see where the officials spot this.
It's going to be right around the 25, 26 maybe.
So Wilmington had all the momentum in the first half. Mount Healthy comes out, scores their first touchdown, scores the first touchdown on their opening drive.
Missed the extra
point. Gets the ball back, punches it in again. And by the way, the same guy, Jeremiah Sanders, has both touchdowns for Mount Healthy, and it's a 13-10 ball game. Joshua Puller trying to run up the middle, nowhere to go, taken down on the play by Tyshawn Spain. Clock continues to wind, under 4 minutes left to play in our third quarter. Owls bring the blitz, and Puller is taken down, nowhere to go. Tried to avoid multiple tackles. Ty Watkins was able to grab his legs and bring him down. So it's being 3rd down and 7. See what Ryan Evans draws up, head coach of the Wilmington Hurricanes. Fires down the field and overshooting his intended receiver. Trying to connect with Michael Streetley, and Streetley just pulled something in his leg as he hops.
Yeah,
he's going to hobble off to the Wilmington bench.
He came down hard on the Mount Healthy sideline. Was able to signal coaches there on the sideline, was able to get Wilmington's staff a heads up just in case they didn't see it.
Dylan Groove back to punt. And Jameer Scott back deep, picked up by Mount Healthy and racing their way down the sideline before he was literally bulldozed out of bounds by Zane Battle Holmes, or correction, by Malachi Cumberland, 6'5", 275 pounds. Watch him blast him out of bounds at the end of this play.
Boom. Just a little shoulder tackle there.
So 2:25 on the clock. Latter stages of quarter number 3, just a 3-point game.
As long as it's not a hip drop tackle. Those have been banned in the NFL.
First and 10 for the Owls. Spain fires over to Jeremiah Sanders, and Wilmington this time will gang tackle Sanders.
Figured they would have blown the whistle a little earlier than that, but still able to get Sanders down, as he was, or has been, the huge scorer for Mount Healthy. He's got both touchdowns.
Ione Siaka in on the tackle. Spain, 8 touchdowns last week against his former conference opponent, Ross Rams. won the game 62-35. As you mentioned in our pregame, quite a few schools are looking at them. Play clock's down to 1. They're going to get it off just in time. Spain fires, and Scott has it, avoids a few tackles, and gets bumped out of bounds. Some trash talking as Joe Poehler was able to kind of shoulder him out of bounds. Owls pick up the first down. This drive continues, leading by 3. They're looking for more points.
And to go over those schools again, listed as a 3-star recruit on 27 Sports or 24/7 Sports. Offers from Akron, Bowling Green, Central Michigan, Eastern Kentucky, and Marshall.
So Jameer Scott probably, or Jameer Spain, excuse me, probably heading to one of those schools. Spain in the shotgun. Pass Scott in the backfield. Spain's eye in the end zone and incomplete.
Overthrown.
Trying to hook up with Ace Cooper. Just overthrew him by a couple of steps. It's going to bring up second down. As Mount Healthy is right on the edge of the red zone. Ryan Stevens calling in the defensive plays on the Wilmington sideline. Final minute of the third quarter. Play clock's down to 10. Taking them quite a while to get the play in. Man in motion. And now the penalty flag flies, and we're going to get a false start on Mount Healthy. I believe me and you called an Owls-Rams game one year where there was a ton of penalties.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember that.
I think you ran out of room on your paper right in the
I
penalty.
did. I did run out of paper.
Second down for the Owls. Final minute of the third quarter. And now Mount Healthy jumped again, I believe.
It's going to be on 55 there for Wilmington, I believe. The official was pointing at him.
I think Mount Healthy jumped first. The center fell backwards.
Encroachment, defense.
So Wilmington will get the infraction.
So Mount Healthy jumps, Mount Healthy false start, goes 5 yards back, and then they get those 5 yards back again. Here's another look at it.
55 flinched first.
Yep.
Great camera work by our crew.
Great ice from the back judge there.
Man in motion. Spain avoids a sack. Firing to the end zone. Incomplete.
Tried to.
Spain to Scott. Had his defender beaten. And pretty much put this ball in a perfect spot to be caught. He might have been running out of room, running out of end zone space.
Real estate, as they would call it.
So it'll bring up third down.
3rd and 10. So another shot at the end zone, right?
I think at this point you're trying to just pick up the first down, which is the line to gain is the 19-yard line of Wilmington. 3-point game. Big stop right here for Wilmington. Spain over to Ace Cooper, and Wilmington does the job defensively. So now it'll bring up third down, excuse me. See if Mount Healthy elects to run a play before the quarter comes to an end. They do not. There's about a 3-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. Mount Healthy doesn't have to run a play before the end of the third quarter. And that's exactly what Jameer Spain and company will do. So both teams will head over to their respective benches, and we will buckle up for the fourth and final quarter. After 3 at the Owl's Nest, Mount Healthy's come out in the third quarter on fire. We got a 3-point game. Buckle up. Fourth quarter is coming your way. You're watching varsity football on ICRC-TV.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5.
Okay.
Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown.
Back at Wilmington High School, start of the fourth quarter with Mount Healthy on top by a field goal. 13-10 our score. And now the penalty flags will fly, and the Owls are going to be called for a false start.
So false start on the Owls.
Backs them up to the 34-yard line of Wilmington. Penalties have played a factor all night long.
Third and long.
Spain avoids a tackle, avoids another tackle, uses his feet, and dives forward for a good chunk of yardage. He gets back some of the penalty yardage plus some more. Spain gets tackled at the 25-yard line.
Able to avoid one tackle, 2 tackles, and able to use his feet and get down. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field.
So fourth down and 5 for the Owls. Man in motion. Spain's going to swing it out to Larry Fonin. Fonin avoids a tackle and spins his way down to the 10-yard line.
Look at it again here, able to pick up the first down. Spins out of one tackle, avoids another, and spins out of bounds, able to pick up the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10. Not 1st and goal, but 1st and 10. Line to gain is the 2-yard line, 3-yard line.
First and goal. We're right on the doorstep of the red zone. Spain has it. He gets shoved down. He jumps up. He wants a flag for getting shoved to the field after the play was over. The whistle had already blown. That's not what the initial flag was thrown for. We're going to get an offside call. Actually, we're going to get a false start call, and then he gets shoved to the ground. to the chagrin of the Mount Healthy coaching staff. Take a look at it one more time. Whistle had already blown for the false start. And that's when Malachi Cumberland comes up and bulldozes him to the ground. Should have been a penalty, wasn't called. First and 15. Owls on the ground game, going nowhere, spun to the ground. Clock continues to wind, fourth quarter. 3-point game.
About a yard. Down and 13. Correction, second down, about 14.
Second long. Spain fires to the end zone, broken up. Great coverage by Zane Smith, the 6'1 senior, coming up with a huge stop. It's going to bring up.
Smith is able to bat this one away. The coverage was, I think the intended receiver was Sanders, right?
So it's third down. Owls can still pick up a first down at the 4-yard line. Play clock's down to 6. Spain has to look over at the Owls coaching staff. Play clock's at 0. And the back judge will throw the flag for a delay of game. I also think that's a little bit on the coaching staff for needing to know that the play clock is winding down. You still have 2 timeouts in your back pocket. Probably don't want to burn that one this early in the game, knowing it's only a 3-score game.
Exactly.
But we're broadcasters. We're not coaches.
Exactly.
But it would be fun to be a coach.
Maybe, yeah. I could see it.
Would you get fired up down there? Would you like to yell at the officials?
Man.
I know I would.
Oh, I've had my fair share of yelling at officials when I was in high school as a kid.
Third and long. Owls got to get to the 4-yard line. They swing it out, and Ace Cooper gets shoved out of bounds.
Just before the initial line of scrimmage.
And now it's going to bring up fourth down, and some decisions will have to be made by Jordan Stevens and his coaching staff. Do you bring on the field goal unit? Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. So the offense going to stay out on the field. Play clock's at 10. So the Owls are going to go for it. It's a big stop right here for Wilmington. Fourth down, play clock's at 1. Low snap, Spain rolling out to the left, firing to the end zone, caught, touchdown! Spain to
Nashawn Crittenden.
And Mount Healthy extends the lead, pending the extra point. It's 10.
Good rollout. Good pass out to the far side. Able to find his man.
Braden Johnson trying to bang home the extra point, and it hits the crossbar. So 19-10 our score. .47 left to play. Take a look at the touchdown one more time. Wide open. Capitalizing for 6. After Wilmington, you have to respond. You're starting to run out of time. You have all 3 timeouts left. That's what Ryan Evans is talking about in the huddle with the Hurricanes.
Yeah, you got to come out on this next drive. This is a do or die drive right here. If the Hurricanes aren't able to score on this, you could just about put this one to bed. We're going to try to get some score updates.
Into the third quarter, it is 22-0 Winton Woods over Milford. Owls will kick this one back deep, and it'll go into the end zone. So it'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Final score, Moeller beating East Central out of Indiana 42-13. At the end of 3 quarters in Price Hill, Elder Panthers 16, Springboro Panthers 6.
Harrison up on Indian Hill, 49-13, 9:34 left to go in the game. Is that running clock?
Correct.
Yes.
So Wilmington has 8:47 left to work with. All 3 timeouts. They trail by 9. Jake Stevens fires a slant route, incomplete. Trying to hit Peyton Maurer, excuse me. It's a little slant route. Good coverage on the play. Stevens trying to hook up with his intended target. This time he was trying to hit Eli Stewart on a slant route, on an out route to the Wilmington sideline. Quickly brings up 3rd down and 10. Third and 10.
So quick 3 downs.
Jordan Stevens talking with the officials. There is a flag at the 30-yard line.
I think it's another sideline
And the
warning.
penalty was declined. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. 8:39 left to play in the 4th. Stevens gets the play claw. Rolls out to the right, fires, and overthrows Zane Smith. So the Mount Healthy defense stands strong, and Wilmington goes 3 and out.
Warriors are up 22-0 on the Eagles. End of the third quarter. That one was just about 6 minutes ago. Winton Woods.
43 minutes ago, West Claremont is up 14-0 on Lebanon. Warriors are 2-0 entering tonight. Low snap. Nice end-over-end punt. Taken at the 50-yard line, and it is returnable. Shoved in the back. That penalty flag's going to fly for that, as he will take this to the house, but it should be negated. Should be a block in the back, right, Logan?
Yeah, that's a block in the back, but I'm also questioning what happened after the play. Obviously, the play's done for the first flag.
So here comes the first flag.
And if you look towards the end here, huge tackle here by number 2, late tackle.
Frustration building over, that's been building up.
The officials are calling a block in the back on the Eagles, or on the Owls, sorry. Talking about all these different teams.
All these different birds. Eagles, Owls.
Yeah, we're in the Owls' nest tonight, and I posted that on Twitter, or on Facebook, rather.
So back them up. They will spot the ball at the 40-yard line. Wilmington fans are applauding. Mount Healthy fans disagree. So the ball will be spotted at the 40-yard line. And it's going to be first down from the 40.
It's not 1st and 10, is it? Looks it is.
Well, they got the sticks to say that the line to gain is the 50. So 1st and 10. Owls go back to work. Spain firing and out. Correction, Larry Fannin. He couldn't hang on. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Wilmington needs a stop in a hurry. Still have all 3 of their timeouts left. Canes haven't scored since the 2nd quarter, I believe. Remember, this game was 10-0 at halftime.
Canes scored with 2:03 left to go. It's a touchdown from Stevens to Zane. The 2-point conversion was successful. It was 10-0 at that point. And then after that, it was 3 straight for the Owls. Spain to Sanders, Spain to Sanders. The extra point failed the first one. Extra point was good on the second one. And Spain to Crittenden, and the extra point failed. It was off the crossbar.
3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 for Mount Healthy.
Don't forget about the safety.
Another flag and a false start on the Owls. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. Flag had already been thrown at that point. It was a little late to see who jumped off sides first. So it's 1st down, 3rd down, and 15. Line to gain is the 50-yard line. Man in motion for the Owls. Spain, nowhere to go, rolling out, and he's going to be taken down. So Spain gets swallowed up in the backfield by the Wilmington defense.
Another look here. Spins out towards the left and he's not able to get out of reach of
Malachi Cumberland.
Called his number a couple times tonight.
All 275 pounds coming at you.
I would fall on the ground at that point.
Eli Stewart back deep. And now Mount Healthy will take their 2nd timeout with 6:12 left to play in the final frame.
We're going to take a look at the future upcoming games for Mount Healthy versus next week here at home against Taft. At Frenwick on the 20th and versus at Northwest here at home versus Northwest on the 27th.
That will be their first conference game of the season when they play Northwest.
Yep. That's right, because there's only 4 teams in the conference.
They only play 3 teams. They play Talawanda, Northwest, and Harrison. And I believe they play Harrison and Northwest at home. Talawanda is on the road in Oxford. Eli Stewart, back deep. No one's back deep for Mount Healthy. Owls will down it at the 37-yard line. So
Trying to get a little air.
6:02 left to play in regulation. 2-score game with Mount Healthy on top, trying to pick up win number 2 before the Taft Senators come to town next week. My favorite time of year. The weather's changing. You got high school football on Friday night. You got college on Saturday. You got the NFL on Sunday.
Monday.
You got the NFL Monday.
Now there is a game going on tonight. I was checking actually earlier. At the point, Green Bay was up 3-0. This is in Brazil. And as of right now, 10:16 left to go in the second quarter. The Packers are up 12-7. Eagles have the ball, 2nd and 8 on the 32.
Jake Stevens and the offense back out there. And now Wilmington will burn their first timeout with 6:01 left to play. So Ryan Evans didn't like what he saw. Again, next week, ICRC hits the road to Marymount. They've already been there, but we're going to go there again. Indian Hill will be in town, and we will be doing our ICRC kickoff report. Going to go from 5:45 to 6:15. Talk about matchups and key players and do some trivia, and then we'll pick some games from around the tri-state. That's next week. Zane Smith wrestled to the ground. Wilmington needs to be in a little bit of a hurry, but not an absolute rush, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they don't need to. They need to hurry, but they don't need to. They want.
They don't need to hurry to the point that they're going to make a mistake.
Correct.
Stevens backs to pass. Keth is made. Flag comes flying in from the near side. An eligible man downfield on Wilmington.
Be 3rd down. 3rd and 6. 2nd and 6.
So Jake Stevens breaks the huddle. Wilmington gets to the line of scrimmage. Still got 10 seconds left on the play clock. Stevens over the middle and off the fingertips of Zane Smith. We'll bring up 3rd down and 6. 5:27 left to play. Owls have 1 timeout remaining. Wilmington left with just 2. Jake Stevens. Pocket collapses. Stevens going to use his feet and slide forward for the first down. He's right at the sticks, and the officials are going to give it to him.
Another first down for the Hurricanes here.
First time we've seen Stevens run tonight using his legs.
We've seen Spain run.
1st and 10, line of scrimmage is the 48. Stevens fires, catch made, hit contact right on the heels as Deshaun Crittenton made the hit.
On Josiah Puller.
Continues to wind. Under 5 minutes left to play here in the 4th. 9-point game. Stevens takes the snap, fires down the field, and I believe he was hit in the backfield going down. He hops up to his feet, shaken up momentarily. Was that ball deflected?
I was trying to see. We're going to look at it. We're going to look at that again to see. I was wanting to see if that ball was deflected.
Or did it slip out of his hands?
It slipped out of his hands.
Slipped out of his hands.
Yeah.
3rd down and 7. Over the middle. Couldn't hang on. Bryson Schudel. And now it's going to bring up 4th down. I mean, Jake Stevens is putting the ball right on target. His receivers just aren't able to catch him. So we missed that call, but it'll be a 1st down for Wilmington. The ball is going to go all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. 4:28 left. Joshua Puller weaving through traffic. Actually, that was Bryson Schudel.
Previous flag was for roughing the passer.
So Wilmington needing to start to get in that hurry-up mode. Still got 4 minutes left. You also have 2 of your timeouts. Stevens fires down the side. Incomplete. Had a receiver wide open. Poor coverage on the play by Monty Mathis. Unless that was a broken play, but I saw a Wilmington Hurricane wide open down the sideline.
Wide open.
So Jake Stevens gets some instructions from his coach. Jake Stevens, a 6'1", 190-pound senior. Gets into position. The play clock's at 5. Have to get the play off. It's down to 2. He does get it off in time. Stevens fires over the middle. Catch is made. Avoids a tackle on his feet inside the 20-yard line. Taken down to 15. Clock will stop momentarily for the chains to move. So Wilmington
knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door after a huge penalty on Mount Healthy. And now an official's timeout. Zane Smith down on the field. Shout out our crew tonight. We got Eric Johan on camera, Devin Webb, Patrick McCahey, and Brad Cathy, and Adam Simpson working in the truck. He's doing graphics along with our producer, director Will Matthews, Kyle Evans, Logan Dyer. Everyone's doing a fantastic job tonight. Glad you've tuned in for week number 3 here on ICRC-TV. Again, don't forget next week, ICRC-TV varsity football at Marymount. You ready? You ready to show your face?
I'm ready. Let's roll. I'm ready to do some pick'ems.
Owls cheerleaders enjoying the game tonight. We'll all get started a week from tonight at Marymount High School.
I think we got to look at the Mount Healthy Fighting Owls versus Taft next week for one of our pick'ems. I think I already got. Well, I'll have to look at some stats, but I think I got one in mind already.
Like a pick? A pick in mind?
I got a pick in mind already.
All right.
But I'm not releasing it until next Friday.
You'll have to tune in next Friday, and then we'll be sticking around to do a little halftime report.
I think we might have a sideline reporter as well.
Jake Stevens rolling out to his right. All kinds of time. Going to use his feet. Fires it forward. Catch is made. That was Joshua Puller who caught the ball.
Little flea flicker pass there.
And now the officials are talking. There is a flag at the 5-yard line. I think this is going to this is coming back.
Here it is again. Question is, was he?
You can't throw the ball that far down the field.
Was he past the line of scrimmage? Illegal man
downfield. So it'll back him up. It'll back Wilmington up to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 15. 3:27 left to play. Wilmington has 2 timeouts. Now Healthy has 1. Jake Stevens gets the play, drops back to pass, fires to the end zone, and incomplete. No flags.
No flags.
Good coverage on the play by Jason Kaufman-Stewart.
Good coverage and a good pass. Just not able to get it around.
So it's 3rd down and 15. Clock stops. 3:08 left to play. Of course, if you don't pick up the 1st down, probably want to pick up at least 5 yards or more to give your kicker a good chance at this point. You're looking at a 40-yard field goal,
something like
30-yard field goal. Stevens, Wilmington's looking for the end zone. That pass deflected and almost intercepted.
Tip drill.
Jameer Scott could have picked it off and into the game. Instead, it's going to bring up 4th down, and I think Wilmington's going to bring in the field goal unit.
It was actually a tip drill by Zane Smith. So that ball was in the air for at least a good 2 seconds.
So Wilmington's going to bring on the field goal unit. Dylan Groves going to attempt about a 37-yard field goal. It's on the way, and it is good. And with 2:59 left to play, it's a 1-score game, 2:59 left to play, and Wilmington has 2 timeouts. Take a look at the kick one more time. Had plenty of distance. Could have went maybe 5-10 more yards.
Probably. So, set the point here. You got 3 minutes left. You're down 6. Wilmington needs a quick 3 and out. You have 2 timeouts remaining. And you just showed that you can march down the field. Now,
Wilmington marching band getting into the spirit of things. Not to interrupt your thought.
Oh, no, you're good. No, I was actually just getting ready to write down here. I already lost the field goal kicker.
Dylan Groves.
Dylan Groves.
Yeah, it's probably about a 37-yard field goal. Like I said, he had plenty of space to boot it through. So Wilmington will line up to kick it away.
We'll call it 37 from my vantage point.
Dylan Groves back to kick. Monte Mathis back deep from Mount Healthy. It's an onside kick, and the Owls will recover at the 45-yard line, so not sure Mount Healthy was expecting that.
I wasn't. I wasn't even paying attention, I'll be honest with you. I was expecting a long squib, because we haven't really seen a kick go in the air.
No, they've all been squibs tonight.
They've all been squibs. They haven't really been booted, you know.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any touchbacks. So I was expecting a squib, so I wasn't really paying attention. And so that's why I didn't see the onside kick. But a good attempt, rather, nonetheless.
Spain in at quarterback for the Owls. Firing over to Ace Cooper, couldn't connect.
And that is actually good for Wilmington because it stops the clock.
Second down and 10. 2:55 left to play here in the fourth.
If I'm Mount Healthy, I'm running the ball. Got to keep the clock moving. Force Wilmington to take their timeouts. They don't have a 2-minute warning in high school.
Wilmington has 2 timeouts. Owls have 1. Second and 10. Spain hands it off to the running back, who goes right up the gut for 5. Nice run by Nishan Critton.
And the clock continues to move.
Going to be third down and 5. Line to gain is the Wilmington 45-yard line. So Hurricane has to really lock down right here. Play clock's down to 13. Mount Healthy in no hurry as Jordan Stevens calls in the play. Owls will get set at the line of scrimmage. Play clock's down to 5. They're going to try to run it up the middle, and they didn't get it. Forward progress isn't going to get it. Wilmington's coach electing to not take a timeout. It's fourth down, and I think if anything, Wilmington should burn a timeout here, and they do. So Wilmington will burn their second timeout. So Wilmington and Mount Healthy now both left with just 1 timeout remaining. Big decision coming up right here for Jordan Stevens and company. Do they keep the offense out there on the field, try to punch it up the middle?
That's a good question.
Knowing that you only have, if you get this first down, the game is basically over.
Yes. If you get the first down, the game's over. But for Wilmington, if they're gonna, if they keep the offense out, you've got to be expecting that up the middle. You know, they're going to pound it up the middle. But then again, you could also think that they're going to go to the air. Which if the pass falls incomplete, which we've seen a couple incomplete passes tonight, then the clock stops, the turnovers on downs, and you give Wilmington the ball with a minute and I'd say 47 seconds to go all the way down the field, and they still have 1 timeout.
So if we're diving into the mind of a coach right now, I think punting is probably your best option, because if you don't pick up the first down, you're giving Wilmington really good field position.
Exactly, and I think that's what they're doing right here. They're going to punt the ball.
At least they're going to line up to punt.
They're going to line up to punt.
Eli Stewart back deep, and this one is going to bounce into the end zone. So Wilmington has the football, 1:45 left to play, 1 timeout.
Are we thinking free football tonight, Kyle?
Nah, I want to go home to my bed.
I just got for those at home. I just got denied by our producer and director Will Matthews on free football.
By the way, Will, have you ever noticed that every time me and Logan do a game, he says, "Is it going to go to overtime?"
Hey, I mean, it could.
You know, maybe if I was in the comfort of my home watching this, sure. But, you know, like the Bengals game Sunday, it can go to overtime. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll be at home on my couch.
Yeah, exactly. Different vantage point. Yeah. Everyone that's tuned in tonight and enjoyed a really good game.
This is a really good game tonight.
See what Wilmington draws up. 1st and 10 from the 20. Hurricanes have to go quick, and he's not able to get out of bounds. Peyton Maurer on the reception, and you really got to hurry. You only have 90 seconds left. So if you're head coach Ryan Evans, you definitely need to be drawing up some deep plays. Stevens firing, catch made at the first down marker, and they will pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily, 1:19 on the clock.
And they spiked the ball.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 with 1:11 left to play. Keep in mind, a touchdown ties the game.
Yes.
An extra point
wins the
puts
game.
Puts Wilmington on top by 1 and potentially wins the game.
I will tell you this. If Wilmington finds a way to win this football game, expect a post-game interview from head coach
Ryan Evans.
Yeah, Ryan Evans.
Stevens down the field. Did he hang on? He did. Zane Smith somehow was able to hang on to this catch. Take a look at the replay. He's double teamed. I think he gets a foot and a knee down.
He got a foot and a knee down.
Oh my goodness. And just like that, Wilmington is in Mount Healthy territory. 1:04 to play.
Wilmington still has a timeout too.
Stevenson back to pass, fires over the middle.
Incomplete.
Pass was incomplete.
Clock stops.
Trying to connect with Eli Stewart.
4 seconds off the clock there.
The 5'10", 160-pound junior couldn't hang on. 1 minute to play. Stevens going to roll out to his right. Throws it down the field. Has a man. Incomplete. No flags. Trying to connect with Zane Smith again. Monte Mathis in on the coverage.
He rolls out to his left, able to get man downfield, but he just overthrows him. Overthrown.
So it's 3rd down and 10. Obviously 4-down territory for Wilmington. 54 seconds left to play here in regulation. Week 1, we saw a 1-score game between Lebanon and New Albany. Here in Week 3, 1-score game. Hurricanes driving for the potential tying and winning touchdown. Stevens fires over the middle, and it was intercepted. There is a flag on the play.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. Look here again, interception there by it's 0.
Jameer Scott with the pick. The officials are huddling at the 35-yard line, so we'll get the call. It's going to be Mount Healthy ball after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Owls, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. I believe the official was pointing in the wrong direction. He was pointing down towards this end zone.
We're going to look at the interception again here.
So the interception is negated. Second down for Wilmington. Clock rolling. 40 seconds left to play. Down to 30 seconds. Wilmington does have one timeout. Not sure what's going on here right now. Wilmington's letting a ton of time run off the clock. So the interception. So Mount Healthy gets the interception, and then the penalty was enforced, and Wilmington will elect to not run the clock. They finally run a play, and that will do it. Wilmington played a strong first half, but Mount Healthy ends victorious with a 19-13 win over Wilmington. Mount Healthy is now 4-0 against the Hurricanes since 2021. Owls improved to 2-1. Hurricanes drop to 1-2. Taking a look at some highlights from our game. And what a contest we had tonight for, once again, our final score, Wilmington 13, Mount Healthy 19. For my broadcast partner, Logan Dyer, our director, Will Matthews, our producer, Will Matthews, Kyle Evans saying good night from Mount Healthy, where the Owls are victorious by 6.